And I'm back. Finally. What's it talking about? Oh yeah, maths. Bloody hell. Well, you got this far, so this is easy. No. Basically it's to do with quadratics. In fact, I should probably show you quadratics first. So let's say, alright, everyone knows linear graphs, right? The whole y equals mx plus c. We all know that it's just, this is the gradient of the line, and that right there is the y-intercept. All makes sense. Now, with a quadratic, you have y equals x squared. And if you have just the simple y equals x squared, then your graph will look more or less exactly like this. And that's good right there. See, if your x squared, if it's a positive x squared, it will be a happy smiley face. But if your x's are feeling quite negative, having a bad day, if it's a negative x squared, then your graph, it won't look like that at all. It will be a sad face or sad graph. But yeah, no. But in mathematics at A level, you'll need to be solving these quadratics. I think you did it at GCSE. I don't know. I've forgotten the damn thing. Never forget your GCSEs, kids. They're important. Trust me. Oh yeah, you can solve them. 3 methods. I think, yeah. 3 methods. Factorizing. The quadratic formula, which is especially useful if you can't do the other 2, which is just recite it with me: minus b plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Yeah! Fuck. Just gotta calm the show down. Alright, while we're still having fun, I should give you an example as to... No, I'm going to show you how to complete the square, because that is also useful to know. Alright. I forget why it's called completing the square, but yeah. So let's say you have a quadratic formula. It looks something like this: 4 squared minus 4x plus 1, and that is equal to 0. So what you got to do is you start off, like usually you can factorize it into just these 2 brackets. So in which case this would be x, because it's a positive, so x is positive. Let's see what else is here. This is a plus, but this is a minus. So these 2 factors times out to give a positive, but they add up to give a negative. So if we minus these both, trying to think. This got complicated quickly. Yeah, alright, so when you get a question like this where you can't factorize it, I suggest the quadratic formula, because that's what I like to do. But if your teacher asks you to practice completing the square, because it's an alternative method that is good, what you do is you do x minus the half of this, so it's going to be x minus 2, you square it, and you notice that, oh yeah, you also got to do the minus, whatever minus 2 squared is. I think it's 4. Yeah, it's 4. Oh yeah, and don't forget the plus 1 equals 0. So basically, I can just solve it. So x minus 2 squared minus 4 plus 1 equals 0. So basically squared equals, right, so just take these over and that will equal 3, and then you just root it. So root of x minus 2 squared is just x minus 2, and that will equal, you gotta remember this, plus or minus root 3, because you can have, like you saw here, if you can have minus 2 squared equal 4, or you can have 2 squared equal 4, and let me just move the camera back here. There we go. Isn't that better? No, it isn't. I don't know. But yeah, no. We know that x minus 2 equals plus or minus root 3, or, more importantly, that x is equal to 2 plus or minus root 3. What this basically means is that on a graph, let me think, it'll probably look something like this, or no, yeah, no. Fuck. Let me draw it again. What is root 3? I don't know, but I imagine it's smaller than 2. So 2 minus something smaller than, so it's still in the positives. So you have a graph that looks something like this, right? And this point here, we call these the roots. And here it's 2 minus root 3, and this right here is 2 plus root 3. And more often than not, you'll be asked to figure out what the roots are because reasons.